Hey guys, welcome to Deep Junk Garage. I'm your host, Regular Bob, and up this week for your viewing pleasure, we've got the Dodge Challenger Matchbox that I previewed a couple weeks ago. Red car. Doing something a little different this week. I apologize for the lighting. I'm over on the bench working, shooting this. I had another video set up and lost it, so with that. Going to make do over here and set this up and try to get this one up and out to you. So the car was complete but well worn, played with pretty good, had a lot of play miles logged up on her. Busted paint, the bumpers were banged up. Looks like the glass is stressed up around the roof, like maybe it had some pressure put on it up there. The wheels, axles and stuff were straight, but they were wore out pretty good. I'll throw some pictures in there of the before. So just like all the other cars, we'll take it apart and send it to the stripper. Let the stripper do its business, and just like I thought, there was quite a bit of corrosion on it. I did a CLR, and I couldn't find any lime away when I went over to my local store over there, so I picked up some CLR, calcium lime and rust, and it did a pretty good job. It cleaned up that base really nice. There was some corrosion on the body where the paint had been busted, and it cleaned that up. And did normal sanding and cleaning up on the body, and then took it over back over to the bench here and laid out the chassis to get those M2 axles in there. And I've got a short video clip of that, what went into putting the axles in, and I'll show that right now. Alrighty, got that back on the table over here with the Challenger. It's mocked up after some paint stripping. We did the chassis and CLR, got it all nice and clean. The vinyl top, or plastic top, it looks like a vinyl top in the interior, they were pretty nasty. I scrubbed those up with soap and water, and then coated them with some Auto Master white vinyl top coating that it dries. It has a little bit of a texture to it, so I hit it with that, and they're looking good. And it mocked up with some M2 wheels on it, and I wanted to show what I did there putting these on. Now, I've seen other guys, everybody does something different to lay a bigger axle in for an M2 wheel or something. In this case, I used a cotter pin or a split pin, depending on the side of the pond you're on. The base is just cut in. I usually will cut the trough out there a little bit with a hacksaw blade or whatever, just to open it up nice. You can lay the wheels in, then you can go deeper to raise the car, or you can put a little material in, set the axle up and lower the car. And this case, the ride height was right. I liked where it was. I set the axle in and make sure it can move, cut the pin to length inside, and when I'm satisfied that it rolls good, I'll just glue the edges of the pin down on the corners there, and it leaves a nice little area for the axle to run through. You can pop the wheels on and off. I see some guys will have good idea was to use a 1/16 inch inside diameter brass tube and lay down in here. Use a liquid mask over top of it, epoxy that, wait for it to dry, then pull the tube through, and it leaves a nice area for the tunnel for the axle to run into, which is a good idea also. But you can do I guess anything you like. It's ask 5 different guys how they do it and get 5 different answers. It gets the ride height that I like, the wheels roll, and everything fits together, and it just seems, you know, it's clean and sanitary in there. So next up is detail for the car, the interior, then the paint. I'm going to do something with these wheels. It is going to be a white interior, white top car, but we'll leave the color for the reveal. One other thing I was noticing on this, it's not perfect. It's got a little damage up here left front on that bumper. That corner is chipped off this side over here on the left, so a little bit of damage here to deal with. But I'm digging it. It's coming along nice. Next stop, paint. Alrighty, and then after getting the chassis all done, wheels set in and ride height where I liked it, it was off to paint. Again, this in here in this lighting, it just doesn't do it justice. The paint really does pop outside in the sunlight. It really needs to be out there to get the full effect of it. As a got a clear, couple coats of the purple, couple coats of clear on that. Then I'll cut to, there's another little short clip. I was previewing the paint. I said I was going to wait until the reveal, but I lied and went outside and had to shoot a short video looking at it in the sunlight. And you can get a better look at it in this clip here. Alright guys, the paint on the Challenger is all done. We're outside in the garage. I've got it rigged up here on some vice grips. I'm going to walk outside and take a look at this. Paint in the light for the first time. The light that's downstairs where I paint and the camera, and I don't believe really does this stuff justice, so wanted to bring this one and the Caprice outside and take a look and see what we got out here. Looks much better out here in the light. I went with the purple, something close to, you know, plumb crazy, keeping it Mopar, but and yet custom. So it's very windy today. I've got her locked down on the vice grips. I don't want this thing going anywhere. That would really make me just want to pull my hair out if I drop this thing. So let's move in here. Alrighty, and then after paint, brought it back into onto the bench and did some detail work on it, got it ready to put together. These A-pillars up on the car, I know some guys will put plastic or use a cotter pin, split pin in there, use something to make an A-pillar. Like this one didn't have, it was just a windshield, there was no A-pillar in it. But it had a nice rounded edge, so I just laid a bead of white paint in there and called it an A-pillar. It's got the usual details up front, grill wash, the paint, matched the paint up around the headlights, the big old bumper guards on it, safety first. Same thing around back, big ass old bumper guards. The taillight panel on these cars would have been blacked out or an argent color. I just did an argent. Keep it kind of light back there. Again, the door handles, marker lights and stuff are done. It's white interior, bucket seats, blacked out dash, floor, and the console, like it would have had. Just a neat custom. I had a lot of fun with this one. like I said, that kind of banged up. It's got its little problems, but it's pretty cool all in all, and I had a ton of fun with it. It's let's face it, it's a matchbox back then. Sometimes you hit the mark with detail and they look pretty good. Sometimes not so much. This car's got some big old wheel openings with some flares on it. Almost looks like a race car. It's got a goofy ass body line that looks like a stuck-on molding, and once it gets behind the rear wheel opening, it heads for the dirt. It drops back in a weird ass angle. The door handles are too low on the car, but here's my big butt, and I'm going to talk about my big butt. This was 1975. It's a Dodge Challenger, E-body. No one else had, this is what we had, so that makes it cool. I mean, it makes it all better for the goofy stuff going on. And with them big little wheels on it, it works with the wheel openings and stuff. So all in all, I'm happy with it. And speaking of fun, before I go here, coming up on the June 1st, Saturday, June 1st, we'll be dropping some videos. I'm going to build off myself with George over at Hodges Hot Wheels and Diecast, and Diecast Resurrection, and Outlaw Speed Shop, as far as I know, the four that are in at the moment. We're going to do a 70s fantastic build off. So think 1970s custom vans. Think bass boat, bowling ball, in your face metal flake, flames, murals, think a naked gypsy riding a unicorn in a lightning storm, holding a snake in one hand and a bottle of Jack Daniels in another. Think bell-bottom jeans. It's going to be sexy. To quote George, it's going to be sexy. Again, myself and George at Hodges Hot Wheels and Diecast, we haven't seen him. Head over there and check him out. George does a lot of cool stuff over there. He's helped me out with the channel a lot. He's a really good dude. He is close to about my same age, so we grew up around same time. I think I may be a year or two older than him, but we grew up with the same car movies and car TV shows and all that stuff. Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider, Hardcastle, McCormick, A-Team. So a lot in common there, and he's a good dude. Diecast Resurrection, friend up north there. He's helped with the channel a bunch. Good guy, hell of a painter. He's in on it. And Outlaw Speed Shop, Keith up there. He's again, just like the others, hell of a builder. He does a lot of cool Gaslands cars. He's going to be in, and I'm going to have to dig deep, real deep, and find my A game just to even hang with these guys. So tune in on Saturday, June 1st, when we drop the videos, and see how big of an ass I make of myself. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed here. Guys who come on from George's, from Hodges Hot Wheels, and that. I appreciate everybody checking in. If you haven't subscribed and you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like buttons and that, and I appreciate it. If you use Instagram at all, you can check me out on Instagram, deep_junk_garage, and I drop pictures in there and what's going on. You can see some of the past projects and that. And again, I appreciate everyone. I thank you so much for tuning in and checking me out, and I will see you in the next one.